So, to start it, huge thank you to Patty Positek. Well, no, to start it, thank you to Kelly Moss for prescribing Zoloft off label when I was 13. And all that previous shit between you and Nancy Gutman when I was a kid. Falsified and all. Failure to document. Huge thank you to Patty Positek, Dr. Patty Ting Positek, for prescribing Seroquel off label, calling me a drug-seeking addict for asking for Percocet refill because it was the only thing that worked on more symptoms than just the chronic pain without the suicide risk factor. But, here's another prescription for Lyrica. Oh, no, I don't think I will. It's too expensive. It is an up-and-coming party drug. It causes disinhibition much more than the opiate-based medicine. I've taken them both. I think I would know. So then it was Seroquel. Chronic severe pain. Here's the imaging you didn't even bother to ask about or anything. And Seroquel off-label for chronic pain, leading to suicide. Thank you, Christy Klebeck Boggs Company, Primary Plus, Sheriff Boggs, and all the goddamn disgusting shit I've talked about with him, or about him. Starting with Kelly Moss and Nancy Gutman, up to Patty Positek. I didn't say I'm mentally 100% well, did I? At the same time, misdiagnosing it only leads to further problems. If you'd bothered to ask instead of sending me to the drug addict mental health places, you're nothing but a drug addict. This makes the fourth physician, third legal recommendation for cannabis, because guess what? They took the time to read the whole fucking file and ask some questions. So shall I talk more about Patrick's involvement in our family, tampons up bad little boys' butts, and failure to repent and all this other sick shit, clean up to Van Ingram, his federal people, and a canine unit? The Wesleyan Church, that's one of the reasons I left. Their anti-fag policies. Only for Christy to swoop in with her Catholicism, and them trying to give me crash course after crash course in how it works. I don't give a shit about your all's fucking religion. No offense, no disrespect. I've had enough of organized religion. And for Mr. Boggs to give Mr. Wallingford's mother a badge with the goddamn drug dealing for courtroom security? As I said, the Canadians were asking for live shows. That child porn was distributed, not by me. Patrick and Christy were courting from afar on the interweb, if memory serves me correctly. Or shall I talk more about the Tony Wins Wendell Mason dumbass shit, with Patrick Boggs training right under Tony, offering to buy farm kid boys animals to screw for more material for child porn productions? Donald was not the only one doing that shit. Or shall I talk about Stockton's penis? Or Andrew? Or John Estell? Or shall I talk about Brian Underwood from way back in the day? Lisa Williams, Deputy Lisa Williams, whatever her last name is now. Don't talk to me about promiscuity. her bullshit pervert version of the DARE program, and psychologically, traumatic brain injury symptoms as drugs. Now do you understand why my parents refused me medical care as much as they possibly could? Didn't want any of this documented. People see severe tics as self-harm because I'm going into such a panic. They don't understand it. They don't want to take the time to understand it. Those doctors who diagnosed Tourette's syndrome as the shits of the mouth, I doubt you'll find that recorded anywhere, but I might be wrong. And to get away with all of it. Patrick's family helped right along. That steel-toed boot kicking my right ankle 3 times that day like the Holy Trinity, like the hooved devil. That poisoning with bleach for singing, and the forced bestiality that the Kentucky State Police labeled as unintentional. And on and on and on. They never could respect my religion. They didn't believe in it until the things started happening to them. I hate to call it out because Aaron Bavard was a good man. Sam Bavard used to threaten to physically harm his own children for sneaking food he didn't think their overweight asses needed. The God I know is vengeful. And I know your story. I see what you're going through. Yeah, it's an uphill climb, and I'm feeling sorry, but I know it will come to you. Yeah, don't surrender, 'cause you can win in this thing called love. I enjoy singing. Not only did the bleach ruin my vocal cords, years of smoking and alcohol sure did too. What I call my chanting, especially when I'm grieving, can get quite loud. My apologies. They're deeply held religious beliefs. Much like the Kent and Brooke Covington Church, putting people on blast, yelling and screaming at them. Conversion reparative therapy. As I said, our home church in the Wesleyan Church had ties to North Carolina. I'm not saying direct ties to Kent and Brooke Covington. I'm simply stating we had ties to North Carolina with the same belief system as, what is it? Faith of fellowship, whatever. Our families, I guess, you could call at least anarchist-like, or anarchist-light. my bio families. The federal government's already too involved. Blah, 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 blah. You know, if you weren't so paranoid, you can actually sit and talk to people. I simply get anxious and upset. It's not aggression so much as, are you listening to me? I know how disgusting this story is and how fucking unusually crazy it sounds, but it's the fucking truth, night terrors included. As I said, we can start there. I'll point them out. Franklin Lofton Stewart shocking me was a night terror. But just look at the side effects those medications cause. Medications implemented to cover human trafficking, and doctors being part of the older men group. Hooray! So like I said, Scott Lowe's dress he wore for our Battle of the Classes Day was a spaghetti strap sundress, totally against violation of dress code because of the spaghetti straps. Dana Belcher didn't kick him out, did she? So let them argue it was about dress code. She was jealous. I saw the way they were looking at me. I thought Chris Childress was going to have a heart attack. It's rainy today here in Hamilton County. The kitchen floor needs cleaned again, but I just don't feel like doing it. Plus, it's wet outside. The dogs track in and everything. Speaking of the babies, it's almost time to get Macy up out of bed and take her outside. Silently crying is my new thing. So if I seem like I zone out for a minute or so, I don't think I'm having an absence seizure. I'm almost sure I'm not. It's me crying silently. Then again, that's another reason I'm doing these videos, not only to sit and confess my sins and lay them into the correct positions, maybe if these videos are viewed, they can get a better idea of the symptoms, instead of just saying, well, cannabis, opiates, you're a drug seeker, looking for more. I want off this shit. What don't you people understand? I mean, I need pain management. I'm not going to give up I'm not going to be in so much pain I want to kill myself. That's for goddamn sure. But if you people can't even diagnose things correctly, the opiate-based pain management for sure. Good fucking God. What a nightmare. So my concern is, if Dr. Patty was so concerned about Percocet being addictive and a controlled substance, why in the hell did she turn around and write me a new prescription for Lyrica? I'm the patient. I've been on each of them. Percocet, a 5 milligram pill broken into half because it's scored, and that half into half. Just something to take the edge off when the pain is so severe. I'd rather be dead. So, with the medical fraud and malpractice and misdiagnoses, I've had it up to here with the gaslighting. Especially with people like Matt Gerald with your company, frequenting the downtown date rape bars. Not trying to insinuate anything, just pointing out yet another fact. And my brother-in-law, working for your company as well. All the while, Patty Positek refusing to recommend oxygen to a patient whose saturation was below 90. It's only the oximeter batteries. Then get your lazy ass out into the office supply place, get some new batteries. I want to make sure she's okay. Don't tell me I didn't care about my mother when my sister wouldn't even go to a goddamn appointment with her. But was I a rude bitch? No. I simply accepted their fucking idiotic answer. So let me tell you about use of force. Like I said, in 2005, in that hazing accident, full can of pepper spray was used right on my face. The shirt should still be in the Mason County house. An Aeropostale white shirt, stained yellow. They refused a rescue inhaler. Oh well. So shall I talk more about being raped within the goddamn school district? Levity never hurt anything. Not to be a doomsday end times person, but this world is in one hell of a shape. And it's not because society is evolving. And it is not because society is evolving in the way it is. It's because the people in power do not seem to realize that happy workers are healthy workers. Healthy workers are productive workers. Productive workers make good consumers. Good consumers make for a healthy economy, and so on and so forth. So as a patient with neuropsychiatric issues as well as physical, being hazed when I was a kid after being raped a few times with cannabis and alcohol and never turning to it until my adult life, for treatment recommended by Kentucky physicians, whether they want to believe it or admit it or not. To being an opiate-based pain management patient, which was hell, 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 hell. Who in the hell would enjoy taking that shit? How can they? I guess if they do the blood-brain barrier thing, it's different. Ohio physicians did everything they could. Ohio physicians recommended cannabis, as they should, after looking at the medical file, even though the physical parts of the diagnoses aren't complete, in my opinion. I'll tell you this much. Kim Razor and Eastern State Hospital, along with all the other shit that I had let slide for years, caused this. Caused the suicide. It was made quite clear to me after contacting the Kentucky bar and the Northern Kentucky bar, trying to get referral after referral, not to mention members of my own family claiming, you don't have a case, statute of limitations, this, that, or the other. Oh well. So, shall I talk about Primary Plus contracting with Comprehend? Pretty sure before they brought Debbie Weber on board. Pretty sure. Recommending St. Clair Regional Medical Center, and the video I posted about it. Vicki Green contracting at Primary Plus under Comprehend when my mother had her thing in 2012, around the time Justin revealed his shit, blindsiding me in Florida, and Sheriff Boggs giving his mother a badge, and them threatening to kill us and burn our house down, especially if I talk about Patrick's shit. Oh well. So, huge thank you for taking my ability, my right, to sue them away. Oh well. Witnessing Shirley giving Justin $100 bills in Florida for an unknown substance after he had snuck out that night? Let them fucking explain it. I cannot afford this. We cannot afford you. Wham. Oh well. So let me describe Bobby Gollenstein's penis, Stockton's and his semen, and John Estell's. You all are on my last nerve with the medical gaslighting alone, not to mention the entrapment nonsense. Especially with Van Ingram and his buddies.